how you doing, you two from town? This is Thinner, Stephen King. So yeah, basic plot. This guy was a lawyer for a small town. He's a big old nasty fat guy, and he's in it with the sheriff and the judge, and they're pretty much an old boys club. But these gypsies come into town, and lo and behold, the fat guy's getting a blowjob when he's driving, and he hits this old gypsy lady, and the old man gypsy puts a curse on him and says, Thinner. Thinner. And he also puts a curse on the sheriff of the town and the judge because they helped cover it all up and make sure that he got off scot-free and there was no trial or no nothing. He just basically said, you weren't even drinking, it was fine. You weren't getting a blowjob by your wife. And then, so that's it. He knows this Italian mafia guy that he helped get off because this guy's a defense lawyer.
Joe Montana.
Yeah. To go and hunt down these gypsy to get the curse removed after everybody starts dying off.
Yeah, this whole movie just starts out Billy's the main guy, and it's just, I mean, it's kind of cheesy because it looks like he's wearing a fat suit for one. It's just, you can tell that he's wearing a fat suit. Like, this wasn't no Christian Bale, I'm gonna lose a bunch of weight for this type shit. And he's just the constant movie. He's like, It's just like, honey, you gotta lose weight. He's like, all I can think about is food. And it's just, I mean, it's kind of cheesy, but it's got a fun Stephen King feel to it.
The whole thing is, it's really, I think this was a short story, Stephen King, based on a Stephen King short story. I'm not sure, don't quote me on that.
No, there's a whole book, I remember that.
There's a book about it. But anyway, so the plot is paper thin. I mean, it's thin. But still, it's still okay fun to watch if it's on TV, just to hang out and watch it. I don't mind his makeup effects. Man, I thought his face looked not bad. When I was a young kid, I used to like this movie a lot. When I watch it now, I'm kind of like, what the fuck? Because this guy, the main guy, he puts the pedal to the metal when he shouldn't do it, and he tries to overact, and then he underacts in certain scenes when he really should be acting.
His voice doesn't help because he always talks like this.
He's like, I'm being erased.
Yeah. So when he's trying to be serious, he's trying to tell his wife, he's like, I'm gonna get you.
Yeah.
And this looks so cheesy.
Well, then I didn't also understand, like, he's supposed to have this great relationship with his daughter, and it's like he scares the fuck out of him. He's like, I'm eating. I finally found a diet that works. Eat as much as you want and never gain weight. And he's like, I'm like, that would scare the fuck out of anybody. And you're talking to your daughter like she's your best friend, which you say she is, and then you're scaring the fuck out of her.
The gypsy chick is hot as shit, though.
Yeah, but she was carry word.
But her character was stupid as hell. She was always like, you killed my mom! You killed my mom! I hate you! I got a slingshot! I mean, who has a fucking slingshot?
It was like a fucking, if you all used to watch wrestling back in the day, this guy named Tatanka, he'd go, yeah. And that's all she would do. Like every other scene, she's like, you the devil. That's all she did. That she had no development, no characterization. She was just there. The old man gypsy, the main guy.
I thought he was atrociously bad.
He was bad, but I think he was actually a real guy. He might have been a real fucking gypsy.
He reminded me of the Eskimos from Fire Down Below.
Yeah, he did.
He was like, he'd be like, please take the curse off. And he'd be like, huh? He's just over the top.
Go home, white man from town. I'll make it so bad. You wish I had, I was just like, oh my God. It was just really, but he might not have been an actor. They might have really found a gypsy on the road and they were like, gypsy. And he's like, yes. But what did we learn about
this?
Well, so, in the end, what happens is the white man puts a curse on the gypsy. He goes, you'll see what the white man from town can do. And so he curses him. He gets an Italian mafia guy, which I have no fucking clue how he knows him.
Joe Montana is like the least scary mob guy ever.
Yeah, so but not to mention that they're supposed to be in a small town, and yet this defense lawyer in this small little town knows this big Italian mafia guy and got him off. And not only does this Italian mafia guy come to help him, he comes himself and goes like Commando Rambo on these fucking
Rambo
gypsies.
on him. Like he like shoots up there like gypsy tents and shit.
I know,
like
and
that.
so that was the curse. So after a while, the old man gypsy comes to the man, and he's really nasty now, bony and thin, and he's like.
Spoiler alert, by the way.
Hopefully you guys have seen this. Don't get thin. But so he cuts his hand, he puts it in this pie, and he's like, you got to give this to somebody that you hate. You got somebody? He's like, yeah, you got somebody. Like that.
So the whole time they've been playing on this thing like he's cheating on his wife, or his wife's cheating on him with this doctor guy. So he's like, I'm gonna show you. And then so he puts it in the pie, and he takes the pie home, and his wife eats the pie, and she's all, ugh, which by the way, the makeup effects are awesome.
That was cool, yeah.
But the guy with the fat suit, I mean, it looked weird.
I just liked it.
It looked weird to me, but the dude with the dermatitis, like or whatever it was,
alligator
the flaky skin, he looks fucking awesome. And okay, we're still going. Okay. He looks fucking awesome. And then when his wife eats the pie and he pulls it under the covers and she's like,
yeah, but he kisses her.
That was nasty.
And then he was like, strawberry. Can't eat too much.
It's like, how come you didn't get it?
But it was so corny because he's like, it's diet food. I'm like, oh my God, you just ate some of it. You're not supposed to touch that shit. So what did we learn today? We learned, don't let a fucking gypsy touch you. Don't get a BJ while you're from your wife or girlfriend if you're driving in a small closed road with cars on each side and you've been drinking and a little gypsy lady runs out in front of you.
No, take that back. You should still accept that offer. Just be careful on the road.
Yes, be careful. Think and drive. I know it's hard, but when you're getting that happening down below, you gotta focus. I know all the blood's somewhere else, but you gotta find it somewhere.
If you're gonna get the treat, you gotta accomplish the feat.
Or you can just,
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but
I just made that up. Pull that out of my ass.
Did you pull it out of your ass?
Yes.
Or you could have just pulled up the side of the road, finish up, and then go. Because he was almost getting ready to go. I mean, it was.
I like to drive.
I don't know why we're going to this conversation.
Yeah,
Yeah,
so
dick
anyway.
sucks. Okay, but so in the end, I'm going to give this movie a 6.0.
6.0 for me too. It's enjoyable. It's terrible. It's enjoyable. It's terrible. And that's what it is. It's a fun movie to watch, but it's not a good movie by any means.
It's a corny ass.
Joe Montana's actually not bad.
No, he's not. I would actually say, was he in The Godfather 3?
I don't know. Maybe.
Yeah. I would actually like to. This is a movie you'll see on TV. You'll watch. It'd be pretty fun to watch. Not like you're going to get into anything. It really is. This is straight up popcorn.
It's,
movie.
it's like adult Goosebumps. I mean,
It really is. It's
but the
all
ending
that.
was fucking stupid though, dude. Because he's all this whole movie. I care about my daughter so much, and his daughter eats the pie, and it's like she's like, "Oh, the pie was really good, Daddy," and he was like, "What have I done?" And then the door rings. He's like, "Oh, who's there?" And he's like, "Fine." Like 2 seconds later, and
Well,
the doctor comes in.
only got me about that was the old man Gypsy told him that you got to give it to one person.
Yeah.
To eat. So maybe that one person, the person only goes to one person. So maybe it doesn't affect.
But then
other
when he
people.
invited the doctor,
Maybe he didn't know.
Who knows? Who
I don't
knows?
know.
I like to
So,
think
yeah.
that his daughter did.
So it's quick, easy, but peasy.
Quick to the point, no faking. Cooking MCs like a pound of bacon. And
like
so the
bacon.
question of the day is, well, we both give it a 6.0. The question of the day is going to be, what is the fattest thing you've ever ate in your life? Like the most caloric intake thing that you've ever ate. And I'm going to go ahead and go with something I ate the other day at Buffalo Wild Wings, some poutine. As I like to call it poutine, even though that's not the correct way to say it. It's funner to say poutine. It was literally cheese curds, gravy on top of French fries, and that's fat. And then again, one time I had the Waffle House hash browns, smothered all the way with gravy and chili on them. That's pretty fat too.
There's something about what you're talking about that's massively sexy.
So you're hungry, aren't you?
No, no. That sounds actually. All that sounds disgusting. I think
That
the
sounds
most.
good.
I think the fattest thing that I ever ate in my life was a cow. I
Literally?
just ate it.
But really, what's the fattest thing you've
I
ever
don't
ate?
know. I can. I don't know. I can't think of one
It's
right
because you
away.
don't eat.
Yeah, I don't.
That's
I'm
like,
being erased.
you and I could do it before or after. I could be in when he's fat, you could be in when he's thin.
Did you hear that?
You
Fuck
eat,
off!
You eat like a bowl of Lucky Charms a day.
No, I'm trying to. I'm really
That's
trying
all
to.
you eat. Cereal. It's weird.
Are you going into my
I'm
life?
concerned.
Are you watching me through my window?
So I'm Mike J, and we'll see you guys next time on Put the Bowl Down, Fat Ass!
We watched a movie. Yeah. We watched a movie.